On Sunday, April 6, 2025, people from different walks of life farmers, local residents, activists, and wildlife lovers came together for a peaceful march called the Walk for Bandipur. The protest took place in Gundlupet Taluk in Chamrajnagara district and aimed to send a strong message that the night traffic ban through Bandipur Tiger Reserve must stay in place. An initiative by the United Conservation Movement, the Padyatra began at the Primary Healthcare Center in Kagalahundi, about 2.5 km from the Madur checkpost on the road to Sultan Betri. A ban has been in place that stops vehicles from passing through National Highway 766 inside the Bandipur forest between 9 pm and 6 am. This was enforced following a Supreme Court directive to reduce wildlife deaths due to speeding vehicles. Now there are growing concerns that this ban might be lifted due to political pressure, especially from neighbouring Kerala, which sees the route as convenient for transport. The protesters believe that lifting the ban would harm the delicate balance of the forest and lead to more accidents involving wild animals like elephants, deer, and even tigers, and also increase illegal smuggling activities. A memorandum was submitted to the Conservator of Forest and the Director of Bandipur Tiger Reserve, urging them not to allow the rollback of such an important conservation step. Today we are speaking with Joseph Hoover, who has been actively involved in efforts to protect Bandipur and was one of the participants in the walk. He is an environmentalist and wildlife activist. He is also former State Board of Wildlife member and the founder of the United Conservation Movement and Charitable Trust.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us firstly. And since yesterday the walk for Bandipur has happened, has there been any outcome that came up between yesterday and today? Have you heard anything from the government?
Not at all. We are just waiting for the government to give us an assurance that the night traffic ban will not be relaxed, and also no extra buses be added to travel through the night hours in Bandipur core area. We are hoping that we will hear from them, but I mean, the government normally takes its own time, so we are also patient. So we'll wait on. I mean, if they don't, then we'll have to look at what are the other alternatives. But one thing that the MLA from Gundalpet, Mr. Ganesh Prasad, said yesterday was that the government is also considering the fact that the buses which are already being allowed from Kerala and from Karnataka, that's 4 buses each, those buses themselves are not being filled. We're not getting enough passengers on these buses. So you're saying we'll have to factor in this and then take a decision whether we should add more buses or not. When he himself has said there is statistics, there is data saying that the existing buses, I mean the buses which are being used in the late hours are themselves not being filled. Where is the need for extra buses? So that is something that's pretty positive, what he spoke about yesterday. So we definitely use this data now, because when the government itself is saying that the buses are not being filled to capacity, then there is no need to have, unless they're going to allow private buses. If private buses come into the picture, then the smuggling will start all over again. This is smuggling route. That's precisely why they are pushing for night traffic. They want to travel through the night. See, if you look at it, the night ban imposed is from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if you look at it, only 9 hours is shut. That's a peace time that any animal or any worm should enjoy. We also sleep, right? We sleep for 8 hours, we shut off. Let the animals have the nocturnal thing and they can walk around, feed, mate, or do whatever. So this is something very funny that even during those hours, the smugglers want the route to be open. So it's very unfortunate. So this is something that is pretty irritating, is that our guys are willing to compromise ecology to make a few bucks. And it's not the legal way of making money. They're going to use smuggling to make their bucks. And also, if you look at it, between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m., they have 15 hours to use the road and to make business, to do business, to make bucks, to make money. So why are they so insistent on saying that they want this night traffic ban to be lifted or extra buses to be given? When the statistics and the data clearly define, as per the government, that the buses which are flying themselves are not being filled. So this is one thing that we will definitely use in our future debates and our whatever we are going to take up protests or whatever we do next.
So in a way, we understand from the government data itself that the buses that are running in the night, that is four from Karnataka, four from Kerala, are not full to the capacity. So in basic logic is that we don't need more buses at the night time because we have enough as of now. And you also mentioned that the if private buses are allowed, there could be high chances of smuggling and other illegal activities happening in that space. Is there a very specific reason for that? Like, how is that going to happen because of the private players coming in?
There is data from the past that we know. We have inspected buses, maybe inspected trucks. The excess sugar produced in our mills, that are sugar factories, are routed through this road, and they go through Kerala, Calicut, and they go elsewhere to the Middle East or wherever they go. And also, there's a lot of smuggling of our sand, which is very rare to get in Kerala because they have a lot of restrictions. So a lot of sand also gets going, and then there's illegal logging. Even wood is being transported. They smuggle wood, they cut down trees, and hide it under their wherever they can conceal it, and they take it and go. And we also know of cases where this money is also routed through this Avla racket. So that has also been on record. And there's been record, there's a case of also the guys bringing in drugs. Even recently, one person was caught bringing in drugs from Kerala into Karnataka. So we know we have the records to speak about. We are not making just allegations, just throwing stones at somebody for the heck of it. We know what we are talking about. This has been in the past. That was also stated in the petition, which was in the High Court. So we know what we are talking about, and this is not just fibbing, the facts, so that they cannot deny.
Yeah, so there have been past records, official records that such smugglings have happened in the nighttime, which of course is a risk.
See, you cannot have anything official. If you have anything official, then there's no smuggling. It's
I mean, officially
you-
caught by the police that while the smuggling was happening. I meant that.
Police were not catching. Neither was the forest department doing anything. Everybody was being paid. So this route was being used nicely. So whatever you want to take, you take. But if you say there's an official record, yes, then there is trouble. Then there is definitely going to be a question and it will be stopped. But this was a different ball game. It was a corruption engrossed in this. From the forest staff manning the gates to the cops to everybody, including the politicians and the bureaucrats. All that is there. So nothing official about it. We are talking from our gathering. We have studied over a period of time. We know what was happening.
So from on ground experiences, but not by official records, if we go by.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. Also, apart from smuggling, how dangerous would it be, in your view, if by any chance there has been the lift of the night traffic ban in terms of the ecology for the animals? What would happen to them then?
If you look at the records before the night traffic ban was imposed, we were losing almost 90 plus animals every year. Mammals, birds, reptiles, everything. So it was 90 plus consistently. After the ban was imposed, we have hardly had any deaths. They've been just about, say, between 2022 and 2025, what you call 2025 January, there have been just about 7 deaths on this particular route. So that itself shows that the animals are safe when no traffic is involved. But when the traffic was there going through during the night also, we were losing animals. Tiger also has been knocked down. Elephants have been knocked down. Deer, of course, they just not. See, when you have lights, when somebody flashes at you, uses a flash at you in your eyes, you're blinded. Same thing happens. The animals just see and they're blinded, and these guys just run over them. They don't know what to do. They panic. So if the ban is lifted, it's going to be a disaster, not just for the animals, it's a disaster for us as well, because man-animal conflicts, the animals which get flushed from there will enter the villages, and there'll be escalation in man-animal conflicts. So we are hoping they just leave it as it is for the good of both man and animal. Just for a few people making quick bucks, we cannot compromise our ecology for just for a few guys. We cannot compromise ecology. I can say that.
Also, in this, because Kerala has been pushing to lift the ban, and it's been happening in the past also. How do you think such an interstate issue like this between Karnataka and Kerala would be handled, especially when wildlife protection is at stake?
See, there was a gentleman called Badusha who had come yesterday for the protest. He was there with us in 2018 when he started the campaign. He was there with us yesterday when we had this walk for Bandipur. So he clearly said, it's not that everybody wants this night traffic ban to be lifted. It's just a few people, the mafia, the transport mafia, the sand mafia, the food mafia, the smuggling. Only those people want it. Only a few want it. Not everybody in Waynard wants the night traffic. How many of us travel in the night? If you ask me, how many of us travel? We don't. We want to hit the sack. We want to have a good sleep so next day morning we can start enjoying life. So they're very clearly coming and saying we don't want it. I mean, not all of us want it. It's just a few people who want it. Also, another thing, if you look at it, Tamil Nadu government has said no to night traffic. They've also shut it down. NH 181 is shut down. And there again, there's an issue in NH 181, which travels from Mysore to Ooty. We have had close to 22 deaths there, 22 kills in the daytime. That is, the gates open at about 6 o'clock. The gates open at 6 in the morning and close at 9. Between that time, during the hours, animals have been knocked down. So, yet Tamil Nadu has said no, but still we're losing animals there. So, if you look at it, they need to be considerate. We are one among so many million species on this earth. We need to coexist. We can't have everything for ourselves. There has to be a time when we need to understand that they need to be given the space. After all, if you look at it in wildlife reserves, it consists only of 4% of the landscape of Karnataka. So only 4% is given for wildlife conservation. So even that we want to destroy, even that we want to take it for our comfort. I don't think we should be allowing that. That's precisely why we are on ground. We will protest tooth and nail to ensure that our forests are safe. Be it whoever the party is, be it Congress, be it BJP, be it potato or tomato party, it doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is conservation, and we will fight tooth and nail to ensure that it is kept intact for future generations. That is our responsibility. As per the Constitution of India, each one of us has the responsibility to protect everything. That's for forests, lakes, rivers, or whatever. It's our responsibility. And being responsible citizens, we will ensure whatever the orders, we will stand up and say, no, you don't want to stand. It's not just Bandipur. It's happening in the Western Ghats. We were happy, MP, the Member of Parliament, Mrs. Tejaswi Surya, spoke in the parliament a couple of days back, saying that this Bandipur issue is more political than anything else. I also asked this same MP, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, why isn't he raising his voice when a Western Ghats is being ravaged by his own people, by his own MP, by his own MLAs? They don't want to do that. And the same Tejasvi Surya sat twiddling his thumb when the draconian forest amendment bill was passed in 2023 July. At that point, he didn't have a voice. See, there should be nothing political when it comes to conservation. Keep your politics, dirty politics, to your parliament and your assembly, or you fight each other on the streets. We'll all cheer you. But if you talk about one political party doing this, what is this political party doing? He needs to be more responsible. We will ask him these questions. What was he doing when the forest amendment bill was being amended? I mean, forest bill was being amended. And what was he doing when the Western Ghats were being destroyed by his own member of parliament, Mr. B.Y. Raghavendra, Yediyurappa's son? So all these things we'll definitely question. We are just waiting. It's nice of him to speak, to raise a question. We also appreciate Eduvir Odiyar also coming and talking in the parliament about this issue. We have also heard Mr. D.V. Sadanand Gowda also talking about this. Appreciate that. But the same yardstick should be used for everybody. Be it Potato Party, Tomato Party, Congress, JDS, BJP, SJP, or whatever the party is. It should be the same yardstick used. So we will ask them now. It's their responsibility to ensure our forests are safe. Our Western Ghats is the water tower for southern India. That itself is being devastated. So at that point of time, these guys are eating peanuts, twiddling the thumb, right? So we are not going to keep quiet. We're definitely going to raise these questions. We'll ask these people. Now let them have a conscience, no? If you can say one party is doing this, what is this party doing? So we have a right to ask, and we'll definitely ask. With the right platform, we'll definitely take it up.
Also, coming to the political part of it, for a very long time, Karnataka has had the standing that there has to be a night ban. But recently, because now Priyanka Gandhi is the MP from Wayanad, that there is a clear conflict of interest because the current Congress government is in power. So, do you think that will compromise uh, this night ban?
See, what Priyanka did was being immature. Her grandmother, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, was the reason for all this Wildlife Protection Act being brought in. She took care of our forests. She took care of our wildlife. She being from such a big family, she should have been all the more responsible before going in front of people and saying, we will consider having the ban lifted. She should have been careful. She said that, and it triggered. It's gone all over the world now. People are talking about it. So she should have been careful. Just because she made a political stage, so it has been picked up by everybody there. People who want to utilize the route for smuggling, they've captured on that and saying now they're pushing. So they're asking the government, the Kerala government has now filed on asking the Karnataka government to relax the ban or to allow more number of buses to be used for this night traffic during the night hours. So she made the mistake. And now today there is so much of clamor that it's a political battle between two parties. There are scores and thousands of people who are on the road to ensure that our forests are safe, our biodiversity is protected.
Apologies.
That is unnecessary. You play a political card somewhere, please. Leave our forests alone. We have had enough. We are all in the climate emergency. At one part of the time, we are in the simmering heat. There's drought. Another time, earlier, rain used to be just pitter-pattering. Now it pours in buckets. It washes away whatever is there. The poor farmers are struggling. They can't grow anything in the summer when there's drought. And when they grow anything, it's flooded and it's washed away. And this is not the time to play around because we need to understand without the forest, there is no water. And there's no water, farmers cannot do anything. And there's no food, we suffer. We're all going to die. We haven't learned our lessons from one COVID. We need to understand that what our forests are the watershed. They are the ones they are the ones who hold the water and give it to us throughout the year. So you don't mess around with that. Enough is enough. We have had enough of it. It is not just one political party, it's everybody. They want to make quick bucks. To help with it, we'll beg and borrow and give it to you. Leave our forests alone. That is how we are in this scenario today. We are desperate. We have been talking to them, appealing to them, saying, please don't do that. The central government is on its own thing, it's on its own right, destroying our forests left, right, center. And here we have another government also trying to do the same thing. So this has to stop, and there has to be an end. And this can happen only if people come together. But unfortunately, people don't respond. We were happy with so many people coming in yesterday, despite being a festival, Ram Navami. We had about 800 people. But we would have loved to have more than 1,500 people there. Say, Bangaloreans are the worst. They will fight for 100 trees being felled for a steel bridge, but they will not worry about 27 lakh trees being cut in the Western Ghats. They are, I mean, it's sad to talk about the Bangaloreans like this, but this is how we are. We have been seeing this over the years. When there's a need for people to come together to save the Western Ghats, which provides us the water which we live on, nobody talks, nobody even reacts. They're saying, now none life, none money, my house, my life, I'll take care of my family. Your family will also die if there's no water. We are waiting for the day when there is no water running through our traps. All traps should be dry back. Then you understand.
Also, lastly, do you think this is just about NH 766, or are we witnessing a broader erosion of conservation ethics and basic forest governance because of developmental pressures?
Absolutely, you said it. It's not just Bandipur traveling people, the night traffic being lifted. Our Western Ghats is being devastated. They want to have a tunnel road in Agumbe. It's one of the most pristine areas. They are destroying the Sharavati lion-tail macaque sanctuary with the Sharavati pump storage project. They are destroying our Mukambika wildlife sanctuary. They are destroying our Shettiali wildlife sanctuary. They are destroying our Someshwara wildlife sanctuary, all because they want 4-lane roads there when hardly vehicles travel there. The local people themselves say, we don't need these kind of transport, roads there because nobody uses it. When such things are happening, why the hell should we have broader roads when people are not using it? It's all about money. You get good kickbacks, you're enjoying that. So it's not just Bandipur, it's all over, not just Karnataka, it's in Kerala, it's in Tamil Nadu, it's across all India.
So now we need more citizen participation here when it comes to saving our forest, if I may conclude.
This is the need of the hour, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your insight.